Hello, Sat Sri Akal, Adab, good evening. Today I am with Neha Bindal and I welcome you all to the first episode of AK in Conversation with. Neha Bindal is the author of the book Table for One. Today we are here to get to know about her book more and to get to know her more as a person. So let's start the video. So today I am at Neha's place and this is her library, this is her collection behind us. So I'm going to ask her a lot of questions so that you get to know her better and I get to know her better. And I'm very happy to have her here with us today on our first episode of AK in Conversation with. I'm going to ask her a lot of questions, but still if some questions remain to be asked, you can always ask those in the question section of the video and I'm sure that Neha would answer those questions for you.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much Neha for your time.
My pleasure.
Let's start the interview then.
Yes.
So Neha, would you tell us about your schooling, your college life and your professional life?
Okay, so I did my schooling from our local school, which is very near to my place here. And I did my schooling from there. Then I did my BCom honors from Khalsa College, Delhi University. Along with that, I started studying for Chartered Accountancy and I actually completed my CA very early. When I was 21, I completed my CA and I started working.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about I was pretty studious, I must tell you. I was very boring. No social life, nothing. I used to just study all the time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you did regular college or?
It was regular college.
Oh, that's great.
I've seen the lights and the life of North Campus.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And by the way, my college was right opposite to the Miranda House, one for the guys to know because guys know Miranda House.
That's true. Okay, Neha. So, tell us about your life as a CA. Like, you being a proper professional, I'm sure it takes a lot of your time. And then writing a book along with a full-time job, it's actually a commendable job. So, tell us a little about that.
Okay, being a CA, yes, it is very difficult. There is a limited scope for creativity. But the irony is, I studied CA, but I never really worked in a typical CA profession. I worked in audits for 2 years, but after that, I moved on to the business angle of the things. Right now, I'm working as a strategic planner. So, yes, but CA, MBA, the corporate life is very difficult and you hardly get some time to yourself. So actually, I started writing when I took a break from my corporate life. In 2015, I completed almost 4 years of my corporate life, and one day I just left everything,
Mm-hmm.
and from morning to evening, I just did not do anything. And then I was all alone in that journey because my friends used to keep very busy, and I really had nobody to actually express. Because in office you get a lot of power, you feel powerful as a person, but suddenly when that thing has
Yeah.
been taken away by you, you feel that who is Neha Bindal? What is her identity without office?
Yeah,
Yeah, so-
that actually is a difficult place to be in.
Yes, so at that time actually I started my blog and I started writing, and
Mhm.
that's how I got associated with writing. And
Yeah,
I
I
took off
forgot
from
to
there,
mention
yeah.
that she's a blogger as well. You can find her on WordPress.
Yes, Scribbler Neha.
Yeah. So Neha, would you just throw some light on the book that has just released, Table for One?
Yes. So besides writing, I was always very fascinated by travel. And travel, I think, is a medium to explore yourself, to connect with yourself, to take some time out to think. And in 2016, when I was on this career break, I did a solo travel to Europe,
Mhm.
and I traveled 4 or 5 Western European countries, and at that time, before that also, I wanted to write a book on travel. But while I was on that journey, I met a lot of people. I collected some stories, and there was also some stories in the background of my mind with the character. So I merged all those things together and created a book. This is definitely not my biography or autobiography or my travel memoir. It's a
Mhm.
complete fiction story. But yes, it was inspired from the travel that I did back then.
Yeah, I was coming to this question only that are you Tara, the protagonist of the novel?
No. So it's very difficult to not put yourself in the story.
Uh-huh.
And when I started writing, I actually felt that, am I writing my own story? Where I changed a lot of things. But yeah, you would see some things in bits and pieces because that's what
Yeah.
I know.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I can relate to that sentiment as a writer because it's very difficult to keep yourself separate from what you create because it's actually an
it's a
extension
part
of your own self.
It's a part of you.
Yeah,
You can't
exactly.
really completely disconnect unless you are John
So in a
Martin,
way
yeah.
you are, but in a way you're not.
Yeah. I have to give
Alright.
that way because yeah, there are some similarities for sure.
Okay, so which brings me to my next question, and which is, will any average office-going girl relate to Tara?
Definitely girls and guys both.
Okay.
It's so this character has conflicts and they're regular conflicts that we face. Searching for your identity, and you're 30 and you're unmarried. How does that feel? How does your family feel about it? When you don't have a very good love life, how does that feel? Your fears of ending up alone, your fear of not being able to reach where you want to reach. So we all, we have those fears. There are certain things that we pick from our childhood and we carry it throughout. One heartbreak and we carry it for so many years with us.
Yeah.
So I think it's life, this book. So anybody would relate to it, girl and guys both.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So Neha, I'm sure a lot of aspiring writers and a lot of readers are viewing this video. So I would like to ask this question on their behalf. What made you a writer?
It's I don't have a clear answer to that question, but I could remember very vividly. And I've never written in school or college. I started writing only 3-4 years back, but I always had a thing about telling stories. So if I'm having a normal conversation with you, I would just tell it in the way you tell stories. And I like talking, I like remembering, I used to listen. I used to love listening to stories as well, what your grandparents tell us. So yeah, I always had this thing for stories, and when I started writing, I actually realized that this is something I love so much. It's like you've got a friend, and you can just write all the time. So I cannot really recall. I think when I started reading, then I got some inclination that I may want to write. But the courage of writing, etc., it really come when I was on the career break. And I met a few people, and I just started writing, and I forgot everything. At that time, I never thought that I want to write a book or I want to make writing as my career. It just happened to me. I don't have a struggle story or a.
I hope all the aspiring writers are picking up clues.
Just start writing. Don't think.
Okay, so which brings me to my next question related to your writing only. So would you tell us something about that phase when you were writing? So again and again you've spoken about this phase that you started writing in. So how was that time when you were writing this book?
Yeah, so when I started writing, I actually had a regular job as well. And but this book was actually a commitment I made to myself that no matter what, I have to write it, I have to finish it. So I made a schedule in which I used to get up at 4 o'clock every morning, and I used to write for 2 hours, then go to office,
4 o'clock.
come back and crash. And people talk about writer's block, people talk about a certain time at which you get inspired. Even people have asked me that you write on laptop. So is it better if you write on a book or on a notepad? But apparently for me, I love the process of writing so much. It did not matter at what time I am writing or which tool I am using, or whether I never really felt the need to be inspired. To be very honest with you, it was just coming out. It was like something was there, hidden inside of it, just came out. So I rarely had the writer's block, and I never encouraged myself to get into one.
Okay.
So whenever my mind wasn't working, I thought that okay, let's not write a great chapter today, but let's write something. That way.
Oh, that's a wonderful way of looking at it. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, so how do you take criticism?
I take it very badly.
Okay, how badly do you break people's bones?
No. So I have a friend, and he has been reading my blogs from the very beginning. He's a relationship counselor based out of America. I've never met him. So that's one writing advice that he gave me. That writing as a process is very difficult. Never take criticism. If somebody is telling your grammar is not good, your words are not good, this and that is not good, let it be.
Okay.
Writing is something you learn through writing. So the more you write, the more you learn. And ask the people who are criticizing you, ask them to write 10 sentences without committing a mistake. Then we'll talk.
That's a beautiful piece of advice this person gave you, because it's actually true. You know, it's so easy to criticize somebody, but it's so difficult to actually be in their place and do what they're doing.
Yeah, if you don't like my writing, don't read it. don't give me bad feedback, okay?
And I guarantee you're gonna like her writing. Okay, so my next question is, where do you draw inspiration from?
I actually look for inspiration everywhere. So if I'm looking at you, I will be inspired that, by something. So I take inspiration in small things. So if I see somebody crying, I try to think, okay, why this person is crying? What must be going on in his heart? Or if somebody is happy, what makes us happy? Why forgiveness is so difficult? Why do we keep resentment? Why do we get it? So I write a lot about relationships and feelings. So for me, I don't know when I have a lot of compassion. So when I'm passing through a road and I see beggars, I feel like crying. I mean, it doesn't really serve any purpose, but that's how I am as a person. So if anybody in this world is sad, I feel like I have the duty to make that person happy for no reason.
That's a beautiful philosophy for life. It's actually very cute. Okay, so who are your favorite authors?
Oh, my all-time favorite is Mr. Paul Coelho. I think he's one of the biggest reason I started reading and I started writing. And besides Paul Coelho, I follow Robin Sharma and Jhumpa Lahiri, Devdutt Pattanayak. Yeah, so these are the top writers that I like. But I pick up books. So I follow Oprah's book club. And there's this beautiful book called White Oleander by Janet Fitch. It is one of my most favorite. And then another book that I really love is Shantaram. Okay. It's a very big book, but it's like a Bible in itself. You can learn anything you want to learn about writing from that book.
Oh,
it's such a nice book. I mean, I just love it.
Yeah, I can see from your Instagram feed how much you're a fan of this book, Shantaram.
Yeah.
Okay, so one interesting question. 3 things that you'll always remember from the year 2018.
2018, okay. So I'll definitely gonna remember my writing debut.
Yeah.
My book has released in 2018. Another one is so I took a random trip to Goa in April. So I booked a ticket one day before.
Oh.
And I went to Goa. My friends were going, and I had such a great time. I think that's one of the thing that I'm gonna remember from 2018. Third thing is this interview.
Oh wow, I'm flattered now. Okay, so now brace yourself, Neha. It's time for the rapid fire round. Okay, so rapid fire, guys. Books.
What books?
You to say something quickly. Books.
Shantaram.
Paris. Paris.
Paris. Romance.
Sky.
Blue.
Dream.
Do come true.
Free.
Me.
Job.
Sucks.
Me.
Awesome.
Thank you. Balloons.
Buzz them.
Author.
Paul Coelho.
Fiction.
Fiction. My book Table for One.
Travel.
Travel is love.
Dincheck.
Dincheck.
Natural. Positive.
Positive. Life should be positive.
Wonderful. I'll give you 10 out of 10 on this rapid fire round. Alright, so this is Neha Bindal, author of Table for One. I'm sure she's done a great job by writing this book, and this book, it's one of the amazing books that you can come across. Do follow her on Facebook, do follow her on Instagram, and she's also there on WordPress, like we said earlier in the interview.
Scribbler Neha, same name everywhere.
Yeah, so do follow her on Instagram, Facebook and WordPress. And do follow me, of course. If you like this video, give it a nice thumbs up and let your friends know about it. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube and also subscribe to my pages on Facebook and Instagram because it's free. So have a great time and we will keep on coming with a lot of great personalities. I'll keep on doing this AK in Conversation with series interviews. Stay tuned, subscribe to my channel and always remember, your greatness awaits your discovery. Go ahead.